Hey there, folks. Andrea Cox here. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I am live on Facebook, and I'm also recording this for both of my YouTube channels. So as you come on here, if you could do me a favor, since I'm actually on time. I am on time. I made it a point to be on time, and I am on time. If you could hit the like button, that lets me know that this little mic thing that I tried to hook up works properly. And also, if you could tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments section below. And then a third favor, if you could tell me one food that no one could pay you $1 million to eat, that would be of great help for this little experiment I'm doing. So let's see who we have on here really quick, and I'll make sure you guys can hear me okay, and we will get started. I think you guys can hear me, right? Awesome. Hey, Mike in Cincinnati. Tell me one food you wouldn't eat. Okay, so what I've done is I've listed I think 7 foods that if someone walked up to me and they said, Andre, here is $10 million, please eat this, or eat a plate of this, or even eat a bite of this, I would be like, you know what, keep your money. It's okay. I'll make that 10 million. Keep your money, please. So here are my 7 foods. The number 1 food would be, take a wild guess, animal products. Any animal byproducts, meat, hot dogs, which contain nitrates, chicken, fish, anything like that. And here's why. The quickest way to get cancer in the body, because we all are born with cancer cells, is to eat meat. Anything with a face, I haven't eaten in almost 18 years. It'll be 18 years coming up in just a short while here. So I became a vegan as a fitness model when I was super young and was just like, I'm not eating meat anymore. I think it's disgusting. And then as the years went by, I made the connection between the cruelty to animals and consuming meat. So meat is the number 1 thing, number 1 way to get cancer, number 1 food that I would absolutely not eat. Number 2 would be high fructose corn syrup. So high fructose corn syrup is MSG. It's horrible. It causes diabetes. It's really, really, really directly linked to diabetes. So some of the things I love to use like date sugar or monk fruit, or sometimes I'll use grade B maple syrup because it's absolutely full of minerals. I also use dehydrated cane juice, not dehydrated cane sugar, dehydrated cane juice. I've even got this labeled. I label all my stuff like a nut job because I am OCD galore. Dehydrated cane juice doesn't spike the blood sugar either. So monk fruit is really good. I love grade B maple syrup because the mineral content, especially after a pregnancy or during a pregnancy, because the babies are just like, and they suck the minerals right out of you when you're breastfeeding. So that's really good. But make sure it's grade B. Grade B is actually less processed than grade A. So number 3 thing I would not eat would be margarine. Of any kind, margarine. So margarine increases the bad cholesterol in the body. Things I would replace margarine with would be, if I was gonna do oils, it would be things like avocado, coconut oil, right? This one I use so much that the lid has vanished, right? This one's by Nativa. I get the raw coconut oil to eat and the not raw to put on my skin. By the way, coconut oil is excellent on the skin. I've not been in the sun in about 4 months. I decided to quit being a sun goddess because I was noticing it was not the best for me. So I use coconut oil every day after I get out of the shower, and it's absolutely luscious. So margarine, I would not use margarine of any kind. So number 4 would be soda pop. We call it pop where I'm from, Ohio. We say pop. I think other people call it soda. I think out here in California, they call it soda. Some things I would replace soda with would be kombucha. This is just GT's kombucha. It's a really cheap brand, but I make my own with a mother mushroom. Gingerade mate. I would not do something like a sugary, what do people do? They do like a Red Bull or they do a Monster or all that. It's just really bullshit, you guys. So Gingerade mate is a good one. Celery juice. I'm big in celery juice. I usually juice my own. Okay, what is another thing I would not eat? Well, I won't drink regular coffee. Why? Because coffee is the most sprayed substance we have. Coffee beans are heavily sprayed with pesticides. So it would have to be organic, cold pressed. I really like Rebel's cold pressed coffee. And if I do it, I do like a shot of it. Like for example, I'm going to go to the gym when I leave here and I'll do like a little tiny shot of coffee. I won't do like a whole, thing of coffee. It just doesn't resonate with my body. I get really overly chatty and nervous. And when you eat a really clean diet, even though I eat a lot of food, caffeine can have a paradoxical effect. It can make me like, arr. So I tend to stay away from it. But if I do coffee, I do maca cold brew coffee. I blend it with a little shaga, put some things in there, herbs and things. That's what I like to do. Number, I think 5, where are we at? Someone tell me where we're at in the comments, please. What number are we on? Number 5 would be refined grains. Things like white bread, biscuits, things of that nature. The gluten and all of that, it forms mucus in the body. So if you eat something and you notice your nose is running, if you notice your nose is running after you eat it, that means you're having a reaction to that particular food. So this is why we should really stay away from the grains, right? Okay, what else? So number 6, I think we're on number 6, salt, white table salt. If you want, you can do pink Himalayan salt, but every single fasting destination I have been to in my life, and I've been to like 5, and I run detox fasting retreats for a living, every single time I have went to a fasting retreat, they all are like anti-salt when you begin eating again. Why? Because it raises blood sugar, or blood pressure, it raises the blood pressure in the body. It also causes water retention. And here's something you may not have known. Salt actually tricks the taste buds into wanting more food. So when we have any type of salt intake, we want more and more and more of it, right? It's kind of like a really hot, guy. You just kind of want more and more and more of it. It's like that. Or girl, whatever you're into. Okay, so number 7, are we on number 7? Okay, so vegetable oil, fried foods, all of that stuff. So I don't tend to eat cooked foods in the summertime and in the springtime because I like a little bit of a lighter fare. Thank you for hitting the like button, you guys, by the way. I like a little bit of a lighter flow to my day, right? I like things to flow, so I eat very little in the spring and summer. But in the wintertime, I like baked, sweet potatoes, baked butternut squash, baked root vegetables, fennel. You guys who follow me on Instagram know that I harvested fennel on my hike the other day. So things like fennel, things like baked goods and all of that. Lewis is growling. He's angry at me. He's hungry. Those are great, but fried foods, no. Most of the time when you go to a restaurant, you're getting fried foods that are fried in vegetable oil. And vegetable oil is not a positive for the body. Hang on. Got a little pop-up here that I'm gonna... Okay, great. Okay, so what else do we have? I think that's it, folks. I think that's pretty much packaged foods. I wouldn't do packaged foods. I shop the perimeter of the grocery store, and if I'm not in a grocery store. I just shop at a farmer's market, or I grow my own food. So, you know, those are the foods I would not eat. I hope you type the foods you would not eat in the comments section below. If I had to pick one food out of all of those foods that someone could not pay me billions of dollars to eat, it would be meat. I will not ever eat meat in this lifetime, in any other lifetime. For a million lifetimes. You could not pay me to eat a dead, decomposing animal that has been through fear, pain, and seen their brothers and sisters murdered in front of them. I wouldn't eat it. So that's just where I'm coming from. I'm Andrea Cox. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my website, andreacox.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably on Andrea Cox TV. You can check out my second YouTube channel, The Detox Intuitive. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Be well. Lewis, you need to stop. Lewis, Mommy loves you.